So I haven't made a video for like a year and a half, and I've got quite a lot of footage from old projects that I haven't made into videos yet. So I thought I would just actually sit down and get around to making these. I wanted to make a mug that was capable of holding both hot and cold liquids, but I wasn't sure about the food safeness of some wood finishes. So I decided to base the design around an existing thermos where I could remove the metal internals and build a nice wooden housing. I used my X-Carve, which is a CNC mill that could carve out the rings that would stack up and go around the metal interior. Now I could have cut the rings out using a bandsaw or a scroll saw, but I didn't have those tools at the time I made the mug. I'd set the depth of cut a bit too short, so I had to use a Stanley knife to go around and trim out all the rings from the plank of oak that I used. I wanted a bit of colour contrast, so I used oak for the first 4 rings and walnut for the final bottom cap. Now I had to drill a hole in the centre so that when I pushed the metal thermos interior round the glued stack of wooden rings, air could escape through the bottom. But I probably should have drilled a bigger hole, as you'll see and hear later. I made sure the rings were cut slightly undersized so I could sand them and file them down to their final dimensions, as it's a lot easier to take material off than it is to add it back on again. After a lot of sanding, I was able to fit all the rings over the metal thermos interior, so that allowed me to glue everything up. I used super glue and wood glue to glue the rings together. Because the super glue dries really quickly, it allows me to hold the rings in place, let them set, and then it will hold them together while the wood glue is drying. I don't currently own a router table, so I used the X-carve to add a small round over to the handle. I then sanded it down to the radius of the mug using sandpaper on the mug itself and a belt sander. As I wouldn't be drinking liquids directly from the wooden bit of the mug, it would all be kept in the metal thermos interior. I could use whatever finish I liked, so I used a little bit of Danish oil to bring out the colour of the wood. That sound is why I should have drilled a bigger hole in the bottom. All those loud noises were the metal compressing as air couldn't get out.